but we never like said like these are the words.
And this is the whole point of having a wind down Friday.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm happy that this is recorded because that was actually really. We made it!
We did. All right.
Okay, welcome
you start us off.
to episode 1 of Wind Down Fridays, brought to you by Sunday Fun. The goal of these Wind Down Fridays is to bring you guys behind the scenes of what we've been working on this week, what we accomplished, what we didn't accomplish, the ups, the downs, just to give you a little bit of, the behind the scenes of building a brand. And then, as Casey and Alex fashion would probably be off agenda or it's not scripted. But yeah. Ooh, that smells good.
Girl.
So our goal is also to try different local wines while we're at it, which is why it's called Wind Down Fridays. And so today we're having a Pinot Noir because Oregon is known for their Pinots.
There you go.
Yeah.
Patricia Green Cellars.
Okay. Sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like how big these cups are.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, the whole point of this really, right, is behind the scenes, but for us to really just kind of talk about what we did this week. Keep it classy. Sorry. Where we could have been better, what we need to focus on next week, all that stuff.
Yeah, we basically would have had this discussion off camera, but we thought, why not bring you guys a little bit behind the scenes and give you an idea of the things that we talk about. So cheers. This is our first week of really being into the thick of building the brand. So we made it.
We did. That's good. Kind of bummed. I hope this place isn't going out.
Oh, that is
we got this on sale.
That's how we shop.
Yeah. I mean, our biggest hurdle. This is our first one, so we're kind of figuring out what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll start off with our biggest hurdle of the week, and then maybe things we're super proud of that we completed.
Okay.
And then things that we wish we would have done, but we can definitely do next week.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
And I think we'll have a different perspective because it'll be interesting to see what you say versus what I say. Yeah.
So start us off. Okay. What do you think was our biggest hurdle this week?
I think for me there's two.
Yeah.
One, realizing that we would go and not be focused. So just scroll brain a little bit. We would start one thing and then out of nowhere we'd be on to something else instead of finishing what we needed to do.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, the biggest hurdle for me, and we obviously came up with a name, but earlier this week or late last week, I felt oh my goodness, we may never have a name that I love. And that was earlier this week, a roadblock in my brain because I really wanted to have a name that I loved. And I felt everything we were coming up with I liked, but I didn't love.
Yeah.
But we overcame that. So I would say those were my two mental hurdles this week.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, you kind of hit exactly what I was thinking was I think my biggest hurdle is going to be focus.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a big one because I know that we're all over the place. I think it's just because it's the beginning and not really having a routine. I think also that was a big hurdle for me with trying to understand how do I what's important.
Yeah.
And then how do I kind of set that all up for everything. So that was a big one for me, which sounds so dumb to be an issue, but I think just you can see our to-do list over here. Figuring out the to-do list and getting and understanding this is I said I would do this, let me actually do this. So going through and doing that was a big one for me. So
I think one of the things that worked for us is having the to-do list on a board. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a board behind me. So we could actually, when we caught ourselves being out of focus, we could go back to the board and just be like, okay, these were the things that I was supposed to get done this week or today, and kind of like reset. I think that was something that was really good for us, and I think it's something that at least I realized that we really need to do at the beginning of the week is like, these are our goals for the week. So then when we get defocused, because I think that's just who we are, there's always a place that we can come back to, almost like re-ground ourselves and be like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be focusing on, and if I'm not doing something that's fueling this right now, I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, for sure. It's, I don't know, the whole week was like that.
Yeah. I also just think like we're in week 1, like actually week 1 of like moving the needle forward. So I think that's something else that I realized this week was that like we're never gonna be perfect, but like I think we're like slowly finding the rhythm, and like we're doing little things every day to move that needle forward. And I think if we just continue, I think eventually we're just gonna naturally do more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I completely agree with it. Speaking of squirrel brain, my brain is going a million miles right now, because I'm like, in my head I'm thinking about what we're doing now, and I'm like, I gotta stop doing that and start thinking about what we're actually here for.
What do you mean?
Like I'm just like, oh man, next time we'll take that board and we'll put it over here and we'll put all the highlights that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we can say, okay, this is our order.
Yeah. I think
right?
we'll get a little bit more structured with these. Right now it's like, this is what our brain is like daily, guys. Like this is what...
I'm concerned that the refresh rate of the TV and the frames per second we chose might make it look goofy.
Oh, I know.
So it might be like, you know how sometimes so now I'm like, fuck, are we gonna waste this whole thing and then find out at the end that this is an issue?
It's a learning thing though.
True.
Like, this episode might really suck, but guys, it will get better.
Then I was like, we should pause and do it. And then I was like, no, like let's just
we're learning as
like,
we're learning as you
go.
We'll
fix it as we go.
And something else that I think that is hard when you're starting a company or a brand is that you want to go like 0 to 100, or like you want to go to step 15. But the reality of it is that like there's so much before what you actually think you need to be doing. And I think this week, like there's a lot of times that I caught myself kind of saying like, oh, I want to do this and this. And I'm like, no, Alex, like, yes, you will get here, but you're really here. And you need to do the here things before you jump here. And I think like when you see online, like a lot of people talk about like, oh, you do this and then you make like 10K a month or something, but there's so much that goes in the middle part, and I feel like that's one of my weakness is that I jump to the higher level like thing when there's so many micro things that we have to do. And so I'm excited to see how like that evolves for us.
Speaking of micro things, I was thinking maybe we can go through the list of things that we did, because like it'd be nice for people, or even us to, when we're looking back, be like, oh, these are the things we did in the first week.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be really cool.
So, I was thinking, I mean, I still got a hurdle I want to talk about, but like afterwards, I like to be like, this is what we did. But I think the biggest hurdle for us this week, now that I'm really sitting here and I'm really taking a moment to try and like really think about it, instead of some bullshit answer, like in the very beginning, I was like, yeah, whatever. Our brand identity was everything this week, right? Like it was constantly like, and it's things that you don't even think about that we were digging into that I didn't think was gonna be a big deal until we were in it, and then it was like well, what's our, like, we did trademarking, but we didn't know our logo. We trademarked the name, but we didn't trademark a logo. We didn't trademark that. Oh, sorry, keep going. So like we did the name because it's like general and that kind of covers everything, but it's just like from there we're like, oh shit, well now we need a real logo, because if we're gonna have like a landing page, if we're gonna have this and that, we need this. Like we were trying, like you said earlier, it was like we were trying to be too many steps ahead. And we had to come back and be like, okay, well what is a logo? And then when we were talking about a logo, we're like, okay, well we're looking at the logo, but like what the logo's got to kind of like go around like what the brand is and what the brand means. So it was like, we can't just slap Sunday Plus up there and be like, oh, okay, this works.
Yeah.
Which is what we did in the very beginning. But then as we like really talked about it, we're like, well, does it go with us?
Yeah.
And like dumb things, like, do we capitalize the S?
Yeah.
Like that
So
was
true.
like how, I feel like I spent an hour on like understanding like, all right, well, if we go, not even just that, just fonts and, oh God, fonts is the whole day. But it was just like, we spend so much time on so many little details that no one will even notice. But we notice.
Yeah.
And we needed to better understand to move forward. And I think it's good that now we know, because we kept going back to the board where we wrote down like what's important to us.
Yeah.
Right? When we build a brand, what's important to us, what do we want to do? And then we took a lot of that and we put it into like, okay, well, how do we translate that into a font?
Yeah.
How do we translate that into a plus sign? How do we translate that into our color palette?
Yeah.
We spent the whole day on color palettes today.
Yeah.
Just today, like just in colors. And Jesus, man, like it's so much.
It's so much.
It's
I would
so
say
much.
like, I think if you're starting, like I used to think like the fundamentals, I'm calling this like the fundamentals is not like important, but it totally is. Like if you're starting a brand, I think you need to spend the first week just like going through the fundamentals, which is like your name, your logo, your colors, your fonts, But
like even before that, like see, we're already ahead too far again. Before we could do that, we had to understand us.
yeah.
And not just us, because we know who we are.
Yeah, but the
Generally.
people that we want to bring in, I guess.
But like not even that. Like that's our avatar. We had to understand our
Yeah.
avatar. We knew that from generally the beginning.
Yeah.
But we had to like understand like what's the business? Like what are we? What do we stand for? What are our core values?
Yeah.
And now we're like, geez Louise. Then we had to like whittle down to like our main core values. Because again, we
It's
started
so
off
true.
with
Yeah,
like
you're right.
so many things. We're like, oh, I want this, I want that, and I do this, and I do
Yeah.
that. And we're like, okay, cool. But like, if we were to whittle it down to like the top 3 core values, the pillars of our company, what do we really value, right? And we had to really kind of get down into it and be like, well, what is important to us, right? It was like, I mean, it was a lot.
What are our core values?
Well, I think, great question. We should
Yeah, I
have
know.
written them down, huh? I know
'Cause
value.
you're talking and I'm like, I don't think they're ingrained in me because
Well, we're so early in.
Yeah, but
Playing around with this, but yeah, I was just like, sorry, this is driving me crazy. Squirrel brain. It's like I can't believe I walked out into public. Looking like this. You gotta have one lung, doesn't it? It's still off. Yeah. So fix the mic. It's just hit my face. Core value to me, I think, and this is my interpretation of what we came to, because honestly, we talked about this earlier in the week.
yeah,
So this is what we talked about on Monday before we started going into everything. But I think our core values was like comfort.
yeah,
We want to be comfy for people. We want something that's comfortable for everyday use.
Yeah.
If you're actually working out and doing high impact activities, or if you're just like hanging out before you go work out.
Yeah.
Maybe you go have brunch with your friends and then you're gonna go work out
Yeah.
afterwards. You want to wear the same thing and not carry
Yeah.
a gym bag with you, right? So I thought comfort was a big one. I thought another one was support, because like the whole point of it is like support
yes,
for what's going on,
Yeah.
right? But I think the word support can kind of like it's a general
yeah,
term, and I think like the core value is like supporting in what we do, but also supporting like a community, supporting a lot of, I think like,
Ooh, I like that.
yeah,
I
we're
never
very,
really- yeah,
if we don't have community, we can't sell shit. Like, no
Yeah.
one's gonna want to buy anything if you don't give a shit about the people.
yeah.
So
You're right. That
and
is
these
a
are-
core pillar for me.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, because everything we do is like, oh, let's buy local. Oh, let's
Yeah.
do this. Oh, let's source local. Let's care about things, right?
Yeah.
So it's like support to me, kind of leaned in towards like supporting like local industries and supporting people in the right way.
Yeah.
Like just being generally a good person. So like being comfy, support literally, and
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
that, and then the value. I think value is the other third one, where it's like, it's not going to be the cheapest thing in the world,
No.
but like it needs to have the value. We're not going to be selling like $300 crazy expensive things, right? But if we're gonna charge a certain number, I think we need to make sure that we're doing the right, like we're using high quality
I agree.
stuff, and we're using high quality techniques and all this other stuff. So it's like, I think bringing value into what we're doing is the third one. So to me, it was like comfort, support, and value.
Yeah, it's funny because we never like. Everything we talked about all of those things, so the words.
And this is the whole point of having a wind down Friday.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm happy that this is recorded because that was actually really good, and I like the way that, like, the support one was a big one for me because you're so right, like, it's obviously supporting that you feel comfortable and, like, confident all day, but there's also, like, the community, like there's the community aspect of it. There's like how that is a core value of ours to like support local and stuff like that.
I mean,
but like that word encompasses that, and if you hadn't talked that out right now, I would never have made that link in my head. So
I had to talk it out for me.
I know, but that was like really good. I was like sitting here and I'm like, guys, you were just a part of our core value conversation.
We had it on Monday, but that was 5 days ago.
Yeah.
So it's like
later on, I want to write that down.
I mean, if you flip up, you could probably see some of the things that we wrote down for.
But I don't think we actually wrote.
I don't know.
I'm gonna write this down right now here.
Put it at the bottom right there.
We said comfort.
Mm-hmm. You write your F different than I do. You go bottom up, I go bottom, top down.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird to see some comfort, support. Value. I think that's something that we gotta always just keep in our mind. It's like, okay, like we're doing this for we're making a bra.
Yeah.
Because that is what we're making. Like we're doing this because we need support. Like the biggest thing is high impact support, right?
Yeah.
Sports bra. But like doing this, is it going to affect our comfort? And we can't give up on all of them. And I know that support and comfort mess with each other, so it's a thing that we're going to be having to work on. But I think it's
gonna be our biggest hurdle.
Our biggest hurdle is making sure that we support with comfort in mind and not support with just support in mind, right? So they really go with each other.
I think that's going to literally be the hardest thing for us, is because something that you guys might not know yet is that we're testing out a lot of products, and what I've noticed is that a lot of support takes away the comfort because of the way the structure is. So I think that's going to be extremely hard for us.
Yeah, I think, something to work on, something to think about.
Yeah.
Glad we wrote that down. But yeah, all right, so I think, going back to the hurdle, the biggest hurdle.
Yes.
Biggest hurdle is brand.
Yeah.
Coming back to where I started and what I wanted to talk about, like we're talking about, all right, what our hurdles were, our big wins, things we can improve on. First one for me, the biggest hurdle was brand. And funny enough, I also feel like that's my biggest, like we did this. Like our biggest win was this. Like having
I
a
agree.
brand.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like
brand's ever evolving, but I'm sorry.
No, I would say like we're ending, at least for me, like we're ending the week on a high. Like if we would have recorded this on Monday, I would have been like, I don't even know what's happening. Like nothing was like really meshing in my head of like, I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't coming together. And we're sitting here Friday at like 6 and I'm like, what we have is amazing. Like, I don't know. I'm ending this week like we have a brand. I
agree.
And I understand the direction of this brand.
Yeah. And what's funny is a week ago, we didn't even have the name.
Yeah, we didn't.
We came up with the name
on the weekend, I guess.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Technically Sunday morning.
Yeah.
We're at a wedding.
Yeah.
And it went pretty late, and we didn't talk about it until
you're right.
Night.
So all I'll say is like the early day work. So like one of the first things we did on one of the first days is writing out the words that we wanted to feel with this brand. So like when we thought of the brand, what are the like, what did we want people to feel, and we wrote all of that out. And we also wrote I'm trying to think, like anything that came to our minds about what we wanted people to feel with our brand, what we thought the brand would look like. We just like did a huge brain dump. And when we were working on the like assets of the brand, so like the name, the logo, the colors, we actually went back to this board, even the name, like we were always looking at the board and reminding us of what we wanted the brand to feel like. And I think that was like a really big part of how we came up with everything. Because for me, I looked at that board all the time. Like every time we were talking about the name, we were talking about colors, I always felt like I was going back to like, this is what we want people to feel when they look at our brand.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, that right there was a great buy, and I would say if we bought 2 more, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
Because I have so much more that, well, maybe not. Maybe having 1 board's good because it makes me go, is it board worthy?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I was just now, I was like, oh, let's get more so we can have like all this shit. And then I'm like, wait. This is good in the fact that it makes us be deliberate. It goes back to our surveys that we're talking about that we haven't solidified, and that was one of the things we were supposed to do this week. We didn't do because brand just ate
so much for today.
But when we were doing the research, right, or setting up the research, and we were like, well, how do we want to rate things? It's like 1, 2, and 3. Let's like if your rating is a 1, like a good, bad, or maybe.
Yeah.
Compared to a 1 to 10.
Yeah.
1 to 10, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
7, right? It's like, I liked it a little, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Right? But a 1, 2, like a good, bad, or so-so.
Yeah.
Makes you go either, I think it's good, it's bad, or it's not. Like, it makes you really think like, I can't really, well, technically you can be on the fence, you can say whatever. But it forces you to,
you kind of really have to think like
a little bit more deliberate.
Yeah.
Right? Of like, all right, is it good?
Yeah.
Did I really truly think it was a good whatever? Right?
Yeah.
And I think going back to I think it's 1 board's good because it's like, oh, okay, like
you have to be intentional.
You have to be intentional in what you put on the board.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think one of the things maybe we do this week, or this Monday, getting ready for Monday. I mean, take a picture of this, erase it all, and put up what we think is important so we have space for later. And then we, but we keep things. You know what I mean?
I take a picture and write it out on a Word doc.
Yeah, actually, maybe we do that. We start putting a Word doc where it's like each week we have a picture of our boards and we can like come back to the boards.
I think that would be cool. Even just to like go back and like a year to 5 years, and like I want us to really document like the journey of it, because I think my assumption is when you build a big brand, you sometimes forget the early days, or people online think like you went from A to B like very fast, and I'd like us to like really be like, no, like here's our journey almost.
Yeah. And you know what we could do? Let's take these pictures, and you know how we have the like the screensaver on Google, where it just goes through all the pictures. We could just have it a folder, and it just goes through the folders of all those, and we can just periodically see all the things.
That would be really cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
It's just something for us
to
keep us focused. That's fine. Yeah, it's part of it. Okay, yeah. That was, I think, my big win. I'm sorry, I don't know if I gave you a chance to talk about, like, we already talked about our hurdles. We're good with that.
Yeah, we talked about our hurdles.
All right.
Do you have a big win? Like, I have.
That was my big win. My big win, I think, was, like, getting through brand.
Yeah.
Like, and again, brand's not done. Brand's always, it's evolving. But, like, understanding what we believe our brand is now, currently, before we start getting feedback from others and understanding. And then creating a logo that at this moment we feel very comfortable with.
Yeah, I agree. I think
just to get it started.
I think for me the big win of the week is the name and the logo, like the logo. I was like really worried, like earlier prior to the weekend, like when we went to the wedding, and that one day I literally spent all day trying to come up with names and create a name, and everything that we liked was taken. And
yeah, maybe we should have backed that up and told everybody earlier, like we had a name, Sunday Club, but it's owned by another company.
Yeah.
that makes clothing.
But it's funny because now that we have Sunday Plus, I don't think Sunday Club is a good name anymore.
Right? Yeah. I agree. Because now I'm all in on it.
Yeah. And I also think like for the larger, so we still have a big vision for the brand. And when I think about the big vision, I think Sunday Plus is a really great like overhead for all the little umbrellas that we're going to have of the different facets of the brand.
Yeah.
More than Sunday Club. Like I can still see Sunday Club being like the facet of the membership thing. This is a conversation for later.
Yeah.
But like I think for the hierarchy of the brand, I think Sunday Plus is like gold.
I agree.
So that was I think I'm ending the week with that as a win that we came out like you came up with the name.
No, it was us. We came out together.
And that, it just like, it's just so good. I'm obsessed with it. And that's what I wanted. Like, that's really what I wanted. I wanted to be obsessed with the name, and I am.
So much went into this. The plus. You don't understand how many pluses we went through.
I think like one day, maybe I'll put like a little photo on this YouTube where you can see all the plus options and variations that we had. And oh my god, there's like a whole page, and we were just.
You could probably cut and edit it right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll put it right here
in the middle,
front, so like maybe you'll see it right here. It's the little details, even like fonts, like this font. Man. We had a couple of fonts that we liked, and then, but like it's small details in the font. Same thing with the colors, like this color. We had a shade that was slightly darker, like. You could barely tell it was darker, but if you stared at it long enough, you could tell that it was darker. And then we sat there today and talked about like, okay, what is the what do we want to evoke with this logo? Do we want it to be bold? Do we want it to be subtle? And like all these little conversations that we were having that led us to this. But I'll show you guys like right here, the other font that we were looking, and you probably won't be able to tell the difference, to be honest.
And we spent like 35, 40 minutes on it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like maybe more. Like it was just so much time and just staring at a plus.
Yeah.
Staring at the colors that go in the plus.
Yeah.
The colors that go in this Sunday.
Yeah.
Because like it can't always be black.
Yeah.
Because if we're doing black things,
yeah,
we gotta have different palettes.
We have to have different palettes. So. But yeah, I think to like wrap the win up, brand, feel pretty good that we in a week, because I've heard stories that people can spend way more time on brand and not really it coming together. But I will say like 1 week, all we did was brand and we did it. And I'm happy that I feel super content with everything.
Yeah, that's a lot. It is, yeah, it was great. I mean, things that we didn't do that I wish we would have done. Well, how about maybe before we get to that, we can talk about the things that we did do. Because at the end, I can be like, all right, things I wish I could have done better, and then
Yeah.
Could you maybe flip that down? I'm sorry. I would do it, but then I had to like cross it for you, and it would feel like it was dumber. Thank you. Shit ton. Yeah, our to-do list. Yeah, so we can that'll help us with our things that we didn't get to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, generally like the things that we did. I think the first thing that we did, like things that we actually finished, and we can include the weekend, I guess. Like we got a name.
Yeah.
We got a name. Monday we went to our bank.
Yeah.
We created a bank account.
So we're official.
We have a bank account now for the company. Then we went to the trademark office online, and we trademarked, or we applied for the trademark.
Yeah.
It's like it takes forever.
But it means like once you submit your application, if someone came behind you and did the application for the same, you would get priority. If it was like
I think it's a legal thing, so it's like who really knows? Like
I thought it's like if you submit first, it's kind of like you get priority. I thought
maybe. I mean, it feels like it's very legal. So it's like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Like whoever's got enough money could totally take it from us.
Yeah, but I mean, if you take like the battle of throwing money around, like I think if you submit first, get priority unless something happens. So.
Another thing that we were going to do is the survey, like set up the survey. So we created a survey for like a research survey.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate thing about this, we start this company making sports bra for women.
Yeah.
Right? You found that gap in the market.
Yes.
And you want to do your spiel?
Oh, well, yes. Basically, like, I think if you start a brand, you have to have something that like makes you slightly unique to like the market or a gap that you're trying to fix the problem for. And basically the idea that I had a long time ago was that I played sports my whole life and I've always had to double bra, or I never felt like I could just spend the whole day, for example, in my sports bra, because I found that everything that existed that was like high support was either extremely thick, almost like you were wearing like 2 pieces of clothing under your clothes, which is not comfortable, or I had to double bra just so it wouldn't hurt me or for extra support. So what we're trying to do is bridge that gap. Like, does extra support really mean that you need to have extra material, like bulky, like feeling under, or is there some innovation, technology, material out there that can make you feel like you're wearing nothing but support it all day? So that's kind of where the gap that we're trying to fix. And because of that, what we're doing is that we're testing every single product that is out there in the market. And we also, so I'm one person and I understand my struggles, but we wanted to create a survey to really understand like other people's struggles that are different shapes, sizes than I am, and also understand like what they like about brands and what they don't like about brands, and really see if we can create an amazing product based on that data. So if you haven't seen the survey go around and you want to answer like any market research, we're super grateful. It is anonymous, so like just write like a survey in the comments and we'll send you a message.
Or maybe we just put like in the description, maybe we just put the link to the survey.
Yeah, so I'll put the link in the survey.
Because whenever we do this, you write something and I have to go in, well, you have to, actually you do more answering than I do, but one of us has to go in and actually like answer that and send you a link. And it's fine, but we also have an Instagram and we had like, we do stairs and stuff.
We do it.
And Alex writes, if you want something, put 4 miles in, and then we forget about it, and then like 3 weeks later, we gotta like comment to like 200 people. We have to like DM them directly,
guys.
With a link to the thing.
It's not in the budget to automize it. So if you get a message from us, it's us sending you a message, and we really appreciate it. We're trying to be better, but yeah, I will say Casey's right. We're not the best at on top of those things, but
I have no clue what's going on.
We're trying. So
yeah.
I'm gonna put the link in the comment. Please feel free to just grab it and
share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends. Like, the more information we can get, the better. And if there are brands out there that you guys love, I would love to test them out and make a review on them, and even share those brands even bigger until we come out with a project, like a solution.
Yeah.
Like,
also, that link might not work because like we haven't tried the survey yet. So we created a survey. We haven't actually tried it with people yet.
Yeah,
by the time you get it, it should be fixed. Yeah. But it, like
right
if
now,
you don't,
as we speak,
it might be a Casey problem because I made the form using Google because I am
just send
in
us
the
an
Google
email.
universe.
I'll put our email as well in the thing. If you go the extra mile to really want to complete the survey, like, we appreciate you.
Yeah. But just know we're starting.
Yeah.
We're just now starting. But anyways, that was the thing we did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we went way off, but we created the survey.
Yes.
Right? So that was the thing. The next one was like getting emails.
Oh yeah, we officially have official emails.
We have, we have emails. It is, well, no.
No, sorry, it's not.
We're gonna bleep that.
Yeah.
Bleep that. Just
it's
blank that. Info.
At Sunday Club.
In Sunday Club. When you bleep it, blur your lips. People read lips.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's info.
Info at sundayplus.net.
Yeah, that's us.
So if you email it, it will come to us, and we'll so. if you're excited about the brand, if you have like something that you've always thought, like anything, feel free to email us. As per usual, we don't have anybody else on the team. We'll be answering those emails personally.
Very
so
manual.
yeah. So yeah, we love connecting with you guys. So please feel free to send us a message.
Be part of that community.
Yeah.
So that was a big one. We still wanted to do. We have Patreon on there, but I don't know if do we want?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
One of the
We're
things
debating
that
on.
we're debating, and you can maybe even let us know in the comments or send us an email if this would be really cool for you guys, but how we do Wind Down Fridays. These are just for us to document our things, but we were thinking...
More for us than anybody.
Yeah, but we were also thinking of adding a component where we could go on like a live stream on Patreon or on YouTube or something privately for the community, and people can ask questions about what is happening in the brand or some more behind the scenes questions that you may have, and that would be the point of the Patreon and the YouTube. It would be people that are really in it to win it and want to learn more about the brand and almost feel a part of the journey and more involved. I think that was kind of the thought process behind that thing. And yeah.
We need capital, so. But I mean, yeah. I guess the question is like, I don't know.
We don't know if that makes sense for us yet, and like as we grow the community and grow like to understand like what people want and get people excited, that is something that we're thinking about offering. But yeah, so if that's something you'd be interested, once again, either comment below or just like send us an email being like, I would be totally in. And that maybe help us or kind of motivate us to actually follow through on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things. So we haven't actually done that yet because we're kind of waiting to see if it makes sense.
Brand took up most of the time.
Yeah.
But we do have a YouTube. Didn't you get the YouTube?
No, because we couldn't get the YouTube with the new emails yet. We had to wait for a payment. So we can't actually get them until the first payment for the emails goes through.
Okay, but people will most likely be seeing us on YouTube. So.
Yeah, so I might wait.
I mean, by the time you see this, we have a YouTube.
Yeah, by the time you see this, we have a YouTube, which means that welcome to our YouTube channel.
All right, we missed out on those last 2 points. And then the very, very bottom, logo design, finalization.
Yeah.
Done. So, I mean, a lot more done than I thought we would, but also a lot of time spent, a lot more time spent than I thought we would too.
Yeah, I think you never really know how long it's going to take you to do something, and I actually kind of feel like it took us less time than what I imagined to take us.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But it still took us a week of basically in the morning just sitting here, Casey Chromecasting his screen and us going through colors and different logos and staring at the wall and being like, okay, what makes sense, and going back to the board and being like, what is the feel that we want? Like, feel like I sound like a broken record, but you have to have that foundation before you build on that. You can't build on a broken foundation.
I agree. That sounds like a Masons thing. You know, like the Freemasons,
Yeah.
they're like all about that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not one.
Me
And I don't
neither.
know anyone who is.
Me
But
neither.
from what I've heard, it's very much based on like, you need to make a foundation. It's like, you know, life
I would
is,
say, like,
life is
that's,
a
like,
build
just,
idea.
like-
you know.
That's
the
funny.
foundation.
That's funny that that's where you went.
I know, well, but without a good foundation, without understanding what was important to us, everything else we do could just completely be screwed.
Yeah, and I think if you don't start with a good foundation, when you're confused or you don't know where the brand goes, I think this is like a grounding area for us to come back to. Because
Yeah.
I feel like this week we kept going back to what we wanted the brand to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in hard times that we don't even know what hard times are going to be like, us going back to the pillars of the brand is going to get us through those hardships.
It's funny we talk about the pillars, but we never actually specifically wrote them down until this.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's like, it's funny that we kept going back to these pillars,
But,
and it
okay,
was just
sorry.
like our information. No.
Yeah.
The way you said it was great. It was just like
I meant
we
the
had
words,
them. We had them without understanding what they were.
Yeah. and
We didn't
you really-
define them specifically, but like we had
Yeah.
the definition of
Yeah,
the pillars.
we just
but
had a bunch
not
of
the
words
confirmed. And to
and-
be honest, the pillars might change. Who knows?
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I think one thing I know about myself, I get fiscated on certain things, and it's okay that what you decide your pillars are today or your core values are today, that they are different in a year because your brand's gonna evolve.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
it's okay to change those. If you're like me and you get fiscated on that, like, just know it's okay to evolve because like your brand's gonna evolve with you. It's gonna evolve with like your consumers, your community.
Like companies
And-
that fail are companies that can't evolve. And
Yeah.
that is like written through history.
Yeah.
Like companies who can't see the writing on the walls and see what's evolving around them and not make even an effort,
Yeah, I
they
agree.
fall apart.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like it's perfectly fine to change things as long as you're not like it's a fine line between being like flippy floppy and like
Yeah.
being whatever and then being intentional with evolving
Yeah.
your core values for what's important and how the world's evolving.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
How your customers are evolving and how our community is evolving. Anyways, so those were all our to-dos that were done.
Yeah.
That was our biggest thing. I mean, we're a real company now. Like legitimately, we have emails, we have a bank account, we have
Yeah.
a bit of capital, but like
Yeah.
we're moving forward, and it's cool because now it feels the most real it's ever felt.
Yeah, I
We've been
agree.
talking about this for years.
Yeah, we haven't. And that's another thing, because he brought it up, I'm going to touch on it. It's like, it's funny because literally this idea I had like a long time ago. And then a couple of years ago, we like made the LLC like 2 years ago. We never really did anything with it. And then we've been on our own journey. And I will say like this summer to this period right now, we're in October. It's funny how like timing is divine because I would say that even 6 months ago, I don't think I would be so dialed in.
Mm.
And today, as I like sit here, I am so dialed in building this company. But it took us like 2 years to actually get to the point where I personally feel like, yeah, this just makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we forget that it's okay to be on your own like journey and like
Yeah.
just because you have an idea today, maybe you're sitting here watching this and you're like, I have an idea. I think you will start taking action when
When it's right.
when it's right. Because like we had everything set up to take action even this past year and we never did. And it's only through a series of events or I don't even know that.
I mean, we got the push. We got the push.
Yeah,
We got pushed
I think we got pushed in the
kind
corner.
of in a way.
I think I felt like I almost like hit rock bottom. Not like in rock bottom in the sense of like if we don't make a change, like this isn't gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've always wanted to build something for myself, but I think it was not just that. I think when I think back about it, it was like a series of events or a series of moments for me that led me to like, I sit here today and I'm like, I'm in. I'm not scared. I'm excited for the challenges that we're gonna get. Where like 3 months ago, Alex was still scared to take the leap.
Yeah. I think we both hit a rock bottom of our own.
Yeah,
Because I hit a rock bottom too,
yeah,
which is weird to even say. But like I hit a bottom where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah. But even for me, like as an outside person for you, I think in the last, let's say 3 months, that where you are right now sitting here, like dialed into this, 3 months ago I would not have said that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like in timing of whatever we had to go through, I feel like we're both sitting here like really dialed into this.
Ready to roll.
And excited and I'm not scared. Like I feel like this is where we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be doing it, and if we would have started earlier, we would not have been like this.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree. If we would have started 3 months ago,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be where we are now.
Yeah. So it's just like I'm just sharing this because I feel like it's okay that even if you have an idea today, that it may not come to life in 2 years. You may not start taking action in 2 years or until 2 years, and that's okay. Like follow your own set of paths, and like you're on the journey that you need to be on. And I just say that because we're living it, and now we're here and we're dialed in, and we had opportunities to do it before and we did it.
Feels good though.
Yeah.
Feels real good.
I agree. Like
Great.
even just stepping into like a business owner or CEO or CCO,
Whatever the hell, we don't really
yeah, we
know.
don't really have
We don't
titles,
really have
but like
titles.
stepping in that like persona almost like feels very normal.
You know you're gonna be the CEO.
Let's all vote for Casey to be the CEO.
No, I wouldn't even pick it. It's your thing, so like
Yeah.
you have to. You have to. Like if you weren't, it would be. It's dumb.
Yeah, it would be weird for you to be the CEO of like a bra company, but
Well, not even that. Well, yeah, but it was more like it's been your dream, it's been your idea for years and years and years. And years. So it's weird to like hand that off to someone else.
yeah.
Like nothing against like us handing it off to someone else later in life, but like I'm just saying like
I think for me,
You know?
it's like, and I'm sure other people feel like this, but it's like you don't feel like you have the attributes to be a CEO. Like I don't feel like I have the personality to
yeah,
be
but
a
you've
CEO.
met a few CEOs.
Yeah. So like,
And you're like, okay, well maybe.
yeah,
'Cause,
I
like,
think because
I think-
I don't feel like I have the characteristics.
I think everybody blows up CEOs like they're these great, big, beautiful, don't fuck up anything. And they are very much you. They are very much you.
Yeah.
They're very much me. They are very much just regular old people who are shoved into a position that I'm gonna say more than you'd expect aren't really ready to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'll learn a lot about myself. And I think like I'll grow in a way that I've never grown before. It just scares me because it's just, but it's like I used to not want to be in front of the camera, and now I feel more comfortable.
That's true.
So it's like, I think once you force yourself in it and you realize it's not as scary, it's just,
Yeah.
then it just becomes your life. And then you're like, okay. And I don't think there's like one way to be a CEO. Like,
No, everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everything's different. Like if there was one way to do it,
And, like,
it wouldn't-
you- I
there's no
think-
such thing as like one answer to a million.
exactly.
So it's
So
like
it's like I can make being a CEO however I want to be about making
the
a
beauty
CEO.
of being a CEO. You can do whatever. Not like you're a publicly traded company.
No.
You privately owned by you, the CEO.
I don't want to be publicly traded.
No, me neither.
I want to own everything.
That's how you get
in-house.
wealth.
Yeah.
But like then you lose control. So it's like
If
what's
I
more
lost
important?
control, I would sell. Like I would just like,
I agree. I'd rather
I would
not
just-
be a part of it.
yeah, and just sell, and then be like have some kind of stake, and that would be like a conversation like when that time comes.
When that time comes, yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, okay, so that was that. Things that we didn't do this week that we'd like to do next week. I would say these are opportunities for next week. What are our opportunities for next week? And I'm cheating because I'm looking behind you and I can see the to-do list for last
I'm
week.
gonna say test the survey and start
That would be
sending
important,
it
yeah,
out. Like
yeah.
I feel like I need to be sending that
Keep
survey
writing
out
this
to like 5 to 10 people daily.
Okay.
Because like we really need the data. And
Yeah.
you'd assume that like if you send this to 10 people, one person might respond to it. So I think between now and I think every day I need to be sending that survey out until we have the product.
I think we should also reach out to people and see,
Yeah.
because we have a few connections to people who are
Yeah.
could get the survey to people who would actually utilize the product a little bit, right? So it'd be like great
Yeah.
to reach out to those folks and be like, hey, I've got a survey, you know. And
Yeah.
like we said, you know, first in the very beginning we give it out to a bunch of just like our friends,
Yeah.
to make sure it works. But then we hand it off to like, you know, a team of people
Yeah.
that like actively do and are like our actual research our market. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Then we actually send it to a small portion of our market, see if it works. I think that's a thing. So
I agree. And I
survey-
truly believe though, like out of 10 people that we send it to, like one person will actually do it.
oh, for sure.
So it's a numbers game. But I think that's I think sending it out to people is also a way for us to start conversation with people and to build that community of getting people excited. That's why I think it needs to be like a daily thing. Same how like when we go on Instagram we engage daily. I think it's like the same concept. Like, how do we get known is starting those conversations daily.
Yeah.
And how do we do that? Community. And it's just
Supporting our
like
community.
reaching out to like, for me it'll be like reaching out to people that I haven't talked to in years that I know that play sports, for example, and say, hey, like I'm doing this. If you could like fill it out and send it to someone, I'd be really appreciative.
I think I'd like to this weekend. We already talked about it. Maybe see what we can do about trying to find like community here
Yeah.
and like really being a part of that, or at least just inching our toe into it.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and do that. Maybe after this, I'll Google some things and see like
Yes. What can we do?
like what might be going on this weekend. Even if it's like a yoga class, or like a run club. And, like go to the run club and maybe not necessarily do the full run, because like my knee hurts and I'm still not in running condition yet, which sucks so very
he's
badly.
a big runner, so that kind of sucks.
Not a big runner anymore. Not since I busted my knee.
But I think something that's underrated if you're a business owner listening to this is like there's a lot of free things that you can do that just involves you getting out there. And these things that we're talking about is not something that comes easy to me. I'm very much more like introverted. I can be extroverted, but I'm very much more like shy and timid. So like what we're talking about is terrifying to me. But if you're building a company, like you have to do it. You just have to. So getting involved in your your local community. For example, a couple of weeks ago, I actually went to a free yoga class, and I didn't necessarily like talk to a lot of people, but just showing up, and if that's something that we could keep showing up like recurrently, you'll start talking to people, you'll start recognizing people will start recognizing you. So if you ever wanted to collaborate with someone in the community, you're not just like kind of cold pitching them the first time, because they've seen you, they know that you give back to the community.
Sorry, as you were talking, I was trying to write down what we were saying so that I got an idea. Because I like to do some of this over the weekend. I feel like the weekend is a plus, like an extra. You know?
Yeah,
and
I think
it's a chill down, like we're not gonna like kill ourselves, but like
no, I think we still need to do things that move the needle forward, but I also think that we don't need to be like, we have to sit here for 8 hours, like, you know what I mean? Like,
not like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Also, no workouts.
Yeah,
So
we shall do 9
we
minutes.
gained like 2 hours.
I don't have time.
I keep hitting this mic. Yeah. That'd be nice.
So that's something that we should start next week. I also think we need to create like a landing page or like a framework of a website, because if we're sending the survey, my last question is join our mailing list. So like creating a mailing list, creating the landing page, like identifying if we want to use Squarespace or should we go to Shopify right away, or is there something else, like what is the best option for us, so we have a place to send people.
Yeah, somewhere they can go take surveys, be a part of the community, join the community.
Just join the community. Like if we're sending out the survey, I added at the end, like if you want to be a part of the community, enter your email. So like we need, like what do we do with that
but I
email?
feel like, me personally, and maybe this is something when you ask things, but like when someone's like asking for my email, it's like, oh, you're gonna send me a bunch of junk mail. You know what I mean? So like I generally, most of the time, I give like a fake email just to like send it.
Yeah, but it's not a mandatory thing. It's like, hey, if you want to be informed when we have XYZ, like enter your email.
What's a great way of creating a community that's not necessarily a mailing list? Like, how do we go back and forth with people? Like, YouTube video comments is like whatever, but at a certain point you quit answering old comments because you're like, well, I've got all these other things, right? So it's very hard to stay at, like, that's a community, yes, but it's like, you can't like have back and forth And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because like we could start a texting community, but I feel like it's harder to give my phone number out.
Oh,
than
you're
it is-
100% out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like-
absolutely not.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. There's not an. I don't think we're gonna come up with an answer. I think that's a question to think about. Maybe next week's word. This week's word was focus.
mm-hmm.
Next week's word is community.
Yeah, I like that. It's kind of nice having like themes of the week. And they also kind of become like overall themes of our thing.
Yeah. It'd be good to. Yeah. Think about it. So those were.
If
our
you guys have
opportunities.
any suggestions, how do you build community without, or interactions without like putting someone on a mailing list? Because I will say, and this is just me thinking out loud here, I agree that I feel like mailing lists now are not as personal.
I agree. They're not. They don't feel like when I join a bunch of mailing lists because like there's certain things I like. Like we're a very big Pixel family. We're
Yeah.
Google Plus. We're Google everything, right? So it's like we're into it, but it's like I get an email from them and I just kick it to the side. I don't even look at them because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's just another freaking email. You know what I mean? You're not. I don't feel like I'm a part of the Pixel fan club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just get an email now from once every month. And most of them are like, check out this thing that we sell now. You know? It's not like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we... Like, it's not to be answered now. Another opportunity, sorry, just because I feel like we're rambling and this, if we go too long, no one's going to watch this. Or we ourselves would just get bored and stop watching this. Because
Yeah.
again, this is really for us. We're supposed to look back on this.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like these are made for like someone to pretend they're sitting in the room with us.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
someone that is invested or wants to start a business, they're gonna like this
Yeah.
because it's like being in our brain in real time
As we're doing it, yeah.
of building this brand.
One thing I was gonna say, we need to do company images, photos, all that stuff. Because like, we talked about making a landing page, and to do a landing page, we have to have like images, and we can go and get like stock photos off of things, but like
Yeah. we need.
yeah, exactly. We need to have something, and we don't have a product yet, so this is all gonna be like abstract, random, you know. But like, we need to have something that generally goes along with our palette. Maybe we go to the beach and we get some like beachy photos that
Yeah.
kind of go with like what we're looking for. Kind of maybe like some darker tones, some like grays and ocean mist, right? Like we can like, but we need company images.
I think when we drive to SF,
Oh yeah, we need to put all that.
when we drive to SF, we bring the drone and we go to the beach and we take like shots of us like up high and you and I like walking to the water and
Yeah.
maybe we dress in those tones. So like
Like black and white basically for now because we don't really have a lot of the other tones. Well, I don't know. I got some darker, I like
Yeah.
some dark khakis. I'm like, they're not khaki, but they dark brown.
yeah,
I think we're looking for like that sandy, that gold.
that's sandy like that.
Oh, that shirt? That's
Yeah.
a branded shirt though. It's
We
like-
might have to buy like basic
I think we have to buy like blank,
Yeah.
blank colors
and just
wear
have
'em.
them.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
But
you
I
don't
think
wanna-
when
you
we
don't wanna
drive
promote
there,
another
I
brand
think
in
we
your own
do
brand.
that. We like
Yeah. We
We-
need to do that
we-
soon too.
we
What's today? Today's the 10th.
I think on Monday, I'm waiting for the Monday call to figure out when we can go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that will decide when we can
I
go.
forgot that that's happening this Monday. Well, in my mind, I always thought that we would end this by the time we ended the bottle, and we haven't yet. So let's just top these off so we can see the bottle's empty, and that's like close enough. Keep it classy. There we go. Done. Again, our bottle today was Patricia Green Cellars, right?
Yes.
Patricia
Actually, really
Green Cellars.
good.
It was
Pinot.
very, very good.
I'm not usually like a
And
big Pinot Noir person.
Yeah, it's. The problem is we got this on sale because it was like a closeout sale. So I don't know if this place is still around, or if they're just getting rid of like their.
Yeah, I'm
stock.
thinking like they're getting rid of their stock.
I hope, because that was delicious. Is there any final things you want to like talk about for this? I think we've been doing this for almost an hour.
Yeah, so I guess to wrap up, like we're still trying to get a feel of what these like sessions or these wind down Fridays will be like. So right now it's organized chaos, but hopefully through the weeks we'll be able to kind of have a better structure and kind of stay a little bit more on track and not have like a squirrel brain as badly as we did today.
Which is fine.
But yeah, if you have any advice, if there's something that we didn't touch on, like we kind of talk about what went well, what didn't, and then what we're working on this week. So next week, if you join and you listen, we'll touch about how maybe, is there a way that we figured out how to create community without only email lists? Have we been connecting with people daily? And yeah, so like it'll be, if you keep showing up, you'll be able to kind of follow that journey and also just seeing like what is working and not working. So if you're trying to grow a brand, this insight could be super valuable to you. But yeah, I think that is all. We're super excited. If you have any advice or ways to create community without email lists, we're here. Send us an email, info@sundayplus.net. Other than that, we're super excited that you're here. If you're a female and you want to do the survey, it's in the description. And yeah, we appreciate you and we're excited. This is just week 1 of so many ahead of us. So
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, yeah. Thank
that's
you.
all.
I mean, Alex nailed it. So
yeah, we'll see you next week.
see you later.
Ciao.
Bye.